Hey, Tony Carousel, New Haven Independent Newsbreak, February 7th, 2024. You can see behind me here, here's a picture of Terry Bell and from Be Creative, owner of Be Creative. And she's working on the computer and setting up, looks like an embroidery, an embroidered shirt or a sweatshirt or something. But she was working away, and I stopped in to see if she had any specials for Valentine's Day, and she, of course, had all kinds of little things that might make good gifts. So if you're looking for a unique gift or even a customized gift for Valentine's Day, you can certainly get it at Be Creative. So stop in and see Terry. Anyway, today, primarily, the biggest part of the broadcast today is I did an interview with Mayor Addison, Mayor Jason Addison, and he basically expounds on the different aspects of the of why New Haven dissolved the police department for the time being, and then how they are contracting with Franklin County. So without further ado, let me go in and start up the video. This is about a 6-minute video, so he gets very detailed. Jason, thankfully, gets very detailed, and hopefully will clear up a lot of your questions. And then, of course, don't forget that on this coming Monday, that the Board of Aldermen meeting will be at the American Legion, because they are expecting that there will probably be a good number of people there wanting to know more. So anyway, let's check out the video here.
Well, at this point, whenever we hired John Hallquist, he came in. He knew there were some things that needed to be updated, caught up, um, and then as his letter stated, when he started digging around, he found out there was more involved than what he thought. Went to the higher power. They contacted us. We were in talks with them. They were letting us know what the problem is and the best way to remediate the issue. Um, we have not lost any police coverage. For a couple months, when we were only working with 3 officers, there were points to where a day or a night shift or a day and a night shift, we didn't have coverage, and county was coming in and actually covering the city of New Haven. Um, there, we entered into a contract for 6 months to where they're going to come in. They'll have a full-time officer here. I don't know the details yet. It's 16 hours a day from Sunday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, they're here extra, and they have all the stats for when the most calls come in. But they'll be covering New Haven, and we'll have somebody actually picking up the slack, getting the evidence and making all the filing, all the paperwork that needs to be caught up with. So they're playing double duty. They're catching up and they're policing at the same time. And from what I've heard so far, there's been a lot of patrols and a lot of people being pulled over now. So I suggest the speed limit. Stop at the stop signs, because they will get you. They are out. I've had a lot of comments and positive feedback that they're out here, that they're covering for New Haven. So at that point, until we learn more, we don't know what the extent of the issues are. Um, you know, Sheriff Pelton and Major Wild, they'll keep us abreast of what's going on. And if there's something found, naturally, it's not going to be out to the public. There are sensitive issues. I associate with what's going on with people's, we're at the Red Cross, but with people's Health Information Privacy Act. You're not going to give me all of your health information, so they're not going to release sensitive information that could pertain to people or cases that may or may not be worked. So at this point, we're not really sure what's going on. So, but just rest assured, there are police officers here. There is coverage. They're doing their job like they should be.
And is this a reset for the police department? We'll get back into having our regular police department at some point?
Well, I've been telling people that, myself, the city administrator, Kathy, the 4 aldermen, we all live in town. We don't want to go without policing. It is basically a reset. We're going to have to figure out what we can do, what we can't do, budget wise. I mean, we're in a what's the word? A shortage right now of police officers. People don't realize the amount of training that these guys have to go through, the constant upkeeping of their training. It's not just firearms, it's not just taser, but every year they come out with new laws and they have to be up to date on those. And there's new requirements set forth by the FBI and the state legislature. And there's just so much that they have to do, so much continuing education credits, I guess you would call it, CEUs. Um, but it's a hard job, and you don't get the respect that you deserve or that you ought to have while they're out there working. So I applaud these guys that do go out there and they want to make a difference and they want to work. Um, we're just in a hiring shortage right now, and it's hard to get anybody. We actually had quite a few candidates for chief last time, which was great. That was actually a lot more than I was expecting. So we narrowed down to 4. One um, removed his name from the hat. He got a job promotion from where he was, and at that point we couldn't compete with the pay anyways. So I respect Mr. Hallquist. I respect his coming in, the way he handled himself. He is very professional. I do appreciate that fact. I just wish we could have worked out better, but again, when he left, it's totally understandable. Totally understandable. So we have no hard feelings against him. I really, really would like to, like you said, Tony, have a reset. We're just not sure. We're going to hopefully get the investigation, whatever you want to call it. They're going to look at the backlog of stuff and clean up the evidence locker. And then from there, we'll figure out what we can do. We'll see if we can hire a chief and, you know, put names out there for applications again. But it's just not easy to hire a police officer right now. We're having Washington 12 miles to the west or east, and Herman, 11, 12 miles to the west. They're all paying more than we can pay. Um, you know, we're having people come from all over to work at New Haven before. Same with Washington. They have people from all over the county and different counties coming to work for them. So it's just hard to compete, and that's what we're up against right now. I'm going to reiterate: we had 3 officers out of 7, 3 part-timers, and not all of them could fill the hours that they could do. The part-timers. So we were in a crunch. We had a lot of time where we had no officers on the streets, and when they had paperwork to do, or they had to, you know, do their daily operations. So, and what that is, we don't know. I don't micromanage the police department. There's so many things that we don't know. Um, there's just a lot of reporting, a lot of papers, and I'm learning a lot more now. I'm learning what all these different reports and what you have to file with the FBI and with the state, with the health, not health department, the Department of Public Safety. There's just a lot of things that you have to put out there. So, and that's what they're getting down to. They're getting down to the brass tacks.
Okay, so you can see Jason gave a really good interview, and hopefully that enlightens some of you as to some of the details of what's actually going on with the city and with the police department, and also with Franklin County. So make sure that you come and attend the Board of Aldermen meeting if you can. I will be there, of course, and I will be doing recording video. I will not be doing live streaming. It's I want to make sure I get good audio, and the only way to really get good audio is to use a couple of different microphones along with shooting the video. So I will be there shooting video, and I'll also be taking notes and doing reporting for the following week's paper. So please for those kinds of questions and things, think about attending that Board of Aldermen meeting, or you can also watch it. It'll be posted on the following day, right here on our Facebook page. So, with that, I would like to thank tonight's sponsor, who is Dave Graneman from Shelter Insurance. So, thanks, Dave, for allowing us to let you bring you the news in social media and print. And speaking of print, Dave sent me an ad, one of the print ads that he uses for the Shelter Insurance. And as you can see right here, here's all of Dave's contact information. And I thought this was an appropriate ad, with the cars on the road, the same sort of mirroring the kinds of things that are happening in New Haven now with the, with the coverage by the Franklin County Sheriff's Department. I've seen two separate, and I don't know if they were local people or not, but I saw two different Franklin County Sheriff's cars pulling two separate different people over this afternoon, and Casey's parking lot, and appearing like they were giving them tickets, perhaps. So, like Jason mentioned in his interview, make sure that you're stopping at the stop signs and try not to speed, and hopefully you'll be able to avoid their coverage. So anyway, so once again, here's Dave's ad with all his contact information. And Dave is located right across the street from Casey's, right in the Charles Cook Plaza. So with that, this is Tony Carosella signing off, New Haven Independent Newsbreak, and thanks for watching.